Welcome to the 72nd Annual Papillion Days Parade. I'm Andrew Popelka.
And I'm Davis Scholl.
And we're here with PLV Media.
Please enjoy a short video introducing Papillion called This is Papillion.
This is Papillion, where small-town Nebraska meets big opportunity. Consistently recognized as one of the nation's best places to live, we're a strong community with great schools and where neighbors know each other. We're a safe community with the very best in police, fire, and public works first responders. We're a vibrant community filled with beautiful park space and great entertainment for all ages, including shopping, dining, live music, professional sports, and more. We're a growing community with a thriving business economy, low unemployment, and a bright future. A great place to live, work, and play. This is Papillion.
Now here's a little bit of the carnival video that we got.
Looks like there might be a little bit of rain, but hopefully it'll be a nice day for the parade if this rain clears out.
I am 2 years ago I graduated from Papillion Vista, and this year I got asked to come back and commentate. I'm alongside my guest commentator Davis Scholl, and he is also in the same situation.
Yes, here representing the Papillion Vista High School class of 2018. Go Monarchs. Now here we're here to introduce you to a video on the butterfly effect.
Real and lasting change that over time will grow into beautiful waves of philanthropy. In honor of Papillion's 150th anniversary in 2020, the Butterfly Effect, Papillion Community Foundation, and the Bianchi family will be partnering with the Papillion community to install 12 more butterflies. It takes 10 to 12 volunteers and around 10 hours to create each butterfly mural. Each mural stands 12 feet tall by 8 feet wide and has a strong presence in our downtown Papillion area. Stop by to take your picture in between the wings of the butterfly. Use the social media tags on the sign and be the change. The Butterfly Effect, the Papillion Community Foundation, and the Bianchi family have partnered to bring this national movement to Papillion, Nebraska with a social butterfly installation. It all started in 2015 when Tasha Wall, the founder of the Butterfly Effect, did a butterfly drop in Omaha. Nicole Bianchi and Tasha connected, and when the Papillion 150 celebration began developing, Nicole saw this as a way to both celebrate Papillion's heritage and be the change.
And we just heard the boom, which signifies the start of the 72nd Annual Papillion Days Parade.
It's a great day for the parade. Usually during this time of year, it's really hot and humid in Nebraska, but it's holding out to be a pretty good day. It's only 77 degrees.
Yeah, it's a nice breeze. Hopefully the rain holds off again and we can have a good day for this parade without getting anybody wet.
The first float in the parade is the American Legion Post 32 Color Guard and American Legion Riders Papillion Chapter 32.
The American Legion Riders is an association of American Legion members who enjoy riding motorcycles. They are not a motorcycle club.
They provide funeral escort and participate in parades and other ceremonies that are in keeping with the aims and purposes of the American Legion. Meanwhile, in other places in Nebraska right now, there's the College World Series that just began in Omaha, Nebraska. It's one of the biggest experiences that brings hundreds of thousands of people into the state every year. Michigan's playing Texas Tech at the moment, and they're actually leading 3-0 in the top of the third.
Good start for Michigan in that ball game. Should be a good game and just a good College World Series event overall. Really excited to hopefully get down to a couple of games this summer.
It's one of the best experiences of Omaha during the summertime. I have always remembered going to Omaha Rosenblatt Stadium. Missed that stadium.
Absolutely, but the new TD Ameritrade Park is really gorgeous. But yeah, it is nice we do miss the old Rosenblatt Stadium a little bit.
This parade will be brought to you by the Papillion Community Foundation, PLV Media, will be bringing the video, and then the city of Papillion, which was founded in 1870. So, Davis, how are you enjoying college? Where are you going?
I'm currently going to be in my second year at Syracuse University up in Central New York, and I've really enjoyed my first year. I feel like I learned a lot, and I'm ready to further my education up there.
It's always good to hear. I am going into my second year at University of Nebraska-Lincoln, enjoying it a lot. Using my experience from the high school broadcasting to continue my career choices, and hopefully someday I can get a job in something doing this.
Yeah, I know you really enjoyed when we did this in high school, and hopefully you can continue that on through in your professional career.
Davis, did you ever go to these parades when you were younger?
I think I went to one or two. It was always a good memory. I always remember going to the carnival though when I was a younger kid. Ride the rides, eat some junk food, enjoy the barbecue night. That was always a good time. It was just a good time to spend with your friends and enjoy the city of Papillion.
I remember as I was in the Boy Scouts, I would always come, as we have Boy Scout Troop 463 who had a pancake breakfast tomorrow at the Sun Memorial Lawn from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Go out there, enjoy yourself some pancakes, and support the local Boy Scouts here in Papillion.
Always loved going to those pancake breakfasts. They always serve, they're like perfectly cooked, and they're always just really good. Off in the distance, I can hear the Papillion La Vista Monarchs fight song on Papillion.
Yes. As we said earlier, go Monarchs. Glad to see the band still out here representing our school the right way.
Brings back good memories. Wait. Davis, did you ever learn the words to On Papillion?
Oh, I still have them memorized to this day, but you will not be able to get me to sing that song right now.
Once again, this is the 72nd annual Papillion Days Parade.
Next upcoming here at the Papillion Days Advance, we have a packed band concert and the Papillion Days closing at Sumter Amphitheater Sunday at 7:30 p.m. After you enjoy some hopefully nice times with the fathers in your life, we can go down to the Sumter Amphitheater Sunday night and finish off a nice Father's Day.
And then in a couple of weeks, the Lego Movie 2 will be played at the Sumter Amphitheater at 7:30 p.m. Free admission.
That'll be at June 28th, 7:30.
I enjoyed that movie when I enjoyed the Lego Movie, the original one, when I first saw it. It's really cool to see like the type of skill they can actually do with those type of movies, like the skill that it takes to make them.
Yes, for sure. I haven't seen the second one. I might have to head down to Sumter that night and catch it for free.
There's also a carnival in City Park Saturday until midnight. The parade seems like it's starting to make its way down towards us, as we can see the American Legion Post 32 Color Guard and American Legion Riders Papillion chapter.
The American Legion Riders is an association of American Legion members who enjoy riding motorcycles. They are not a motorcycle club.
They provide funeral escort and participate in parades and other ceremonies that are in keeping with the aims and purposes of the American Legion.
They promote motorcycle safety and provide a social atmosphere for American Legion members who share the same interests. They devote a lot of time and energy showing their appreciation for the sacrifices made by our military families.
They ride in the support of the American Legacy Scholarship Fund, which is for children of those killed or injured in combat since 9/11 of 2001. For more information, contact the Papillion American Legion. a huge thank you to all those military families out there who have sacrificed everything for this country.
Absolutely. The American Legion has had a long history of supporting our Papillion La Vista High School baseball teams, and we really appreciate their support for that. I know recently, 2017, they won the state championship over the summer.
Monarchs always representing.
Yeah, we got one of our pitchers from that summer team, Caleb Fegan, is now pitching at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
He was redshirted this year as he had to have Tommy John surgery, but he'll come back. Nebraska tried to make a historical run in the playoffs. They fell short against Oklahoma State and then got bounced by UConn, 16-1.
Here now we see the aforementioned American Legion walking down 84th Street, or Washington Street, as it is better known here in Papillion.
Next up, we have the Papillion La Vista High School Marching Band and Cheer and Dance Team.
We welcome the Monarch Marching Band under the direction of Tim Keller, and special thanks to former directors Glenn Kosha, Ken Molzer, and Bill Kellett. The dance team is coached by Lisa Martin and Olivia Lee.
The cheer team is coached by Libby Katie Rosenthal,
To go.
Brooke Boland, and Libby Blanke and Kayla Magistrick.
Next, we have Sue Steparet's Traveling Twirlers.
Sue Steparet's under the direction of Sue Fullinger and her daughters Cami Cool and Rachel Fullinger. The Steparettes have performed at over 600 events all over the world, including 9 countries, and at the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade in New York City.
The Steparettes are national and world champions in baton twirling and pom-pom.
Next up is Midwest Dance.
Midwest Dance is Papillion's #1 neighborhood dance studio. Voted best in Sarpy County, they offer dance instruction for both recreational and competitive ages to teen. Register for summer classes and join in the fun at Midwest Dance. Andrew, did you ever take dance classes when you were younger?
I did not, but I actually was involved in show choir all 4 years of high school. It was some of the funnest times, as it was just competing and performing on stage all across the state of Nebraska and other states as well.
Sounds like a blast. I took one dance class when I was younger. It was all right, but I'm glad I had the experience. Now here we see Mayor Black from the City Council and the Youth Council.
As well as Governor Pete Ricketts.
Over the last 4 years, Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts has worked with the legislature to deliver property tax relief, reduce the rate of spending growth, improve workforce development, and cut unnecessary red tape to bolster our business-friendly climate. This year, he has made property tax relief, controlled spending, jobs, and government efficiency for his top legislative priorities. We thank the governor for partnering with us to grow Nebraska. The 40th governor of the great state of Nebraska, Pete Ricketts. Next, here we have the Papillion Volunteer Fire Department and the American LaFrance fire truck.
This 1947 LaFrance fire truck was the first new fire truck in Papillion. In 1947, the Papillion Volunteer Fire Department held a thank you to the community, originating the Papillion Day celebration.
It was donated to Papillion
and La Vista communities by Dr. Joel and Pastor Lynette Jansen. We also have the Papillion Volunteer Fire Department and the 1972 American LaFrance fire truck.
This 1972 fire truck is on loan to Chris McMahon, who is the son of Dennis McMahon, La Vista fire chief in 1972 when the truck was delivered. Chris is renovating the truck in honor of his father. Next, here we have Papillion Community Foundation, Citizens, and State Bank and Sponsor Group.
The Papillion Community Foundation, along with Citizens State Bank, is honored to bring you the 72nd Annual Papillion Days. Organizations working together is what our town is all about, and Citizens State Bank is this year's primary Papillion Days sponsor. Please thank them with your applause for their impact in our community.
We would also like to thank one of our opening night sponsors, Venue at Warner Park. They are excited to be in Papillion, and we thank them for their support. Up next, we have Papillion Community Foundation Community Champion.
Please welcome this year's co-community champions, Mary Beth Harold and Barry Rashoni. These two are very amazing women, started the Papillion Community Foundation to preserve the core events and values that make our community great. We have this break in the action. So far, it's been a very fun and fast-paced parade, going at a good pace with 103 floats involved.
Yeah, they got to keep the speed up if we want to hopefully get this done before the rain comes down.
Always seems that when the College World Series is in town, big storms hit Nebraska.
Next up here, we have Hillcrest Health Services.
For more than 50 years, Hillcrest has been enhancing the lives of aging adults. Today, Hillcrest serves more than 1,400 seniors every day in the region's largest continuum of senior health services. They are proud to have been named a U.S. News 2018/19 Best Nursing Home at Hillcrest Country Estates Cottages, located right here in Papillion. Appreciate all that Hillcrest has done. I've had family members had to stay there during rehab stints from injuries that they've had, from breaking a hip to breaking shoulders to just tearing something.
Yeah, we really appreciate their services and keeping everybody healthy. PLV Media's very own Mrs. Hoke has a father who stays at Hillcrest Services, and he has very much enjoyed his time there.
Hoke always loves to go and see her father. As we wish all fathers across whoever's watching this a happy Father's Day tomorrow.
For sure, we really need to show our appreciation for all the dads out there. Next here we have Papillion Manor.
Papillion Manor has been an integral part of the community for almost 50 years, serving and caring for the elderly of Papillion and surrounding communities. Stop by any time for a visit and an ice cream cone. Their ice cream cones are very good. I have had them when I've had family members staying there.
I don't think I've ever been to Papillion Manor, but if they have ice cream cones, I might need to pay a visit to Papillion Manor. Next up, we have Papillion Recreation Department, or better known as Papillion Landing, and Papillion Senior Center, Masters 55 and Over Club.
Papillion Landing will become the epicenter of community engagement. The new iron butterfly insignia that envelops the building is triumphant representation of arrival.
A reminder of perseverance through joy and transformation. The building transforms the way we think about space, socialization, and engagement. As such, the Recreation Department's new identity system delivers a logo mark that builds upon the principles of transformation, arrival, community, and sport. This transformation has been simplified to increase their recognition yet visually communicate the historic brand in a modern context.
Throwing out some old school music here with the Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling.
I've always enjoyed the Black Eyed Peas myself. Next up, we have Trinity Village.
Trinity Village provides a Christ-centered services to seniors, each other, and the community. They pride themselves on being one big family. Trinity has been serving the community for 20 years. Next up, we have the Cobalt Credit Union.
Cobalt Credit Union, your true blue banking partner. Cobalt believes in championing financial victories by offering better rates, lower fees, and honest advice. Whether you have a thriving bank account or one that's yet to bloom, they're there to help you achieve your financial goals. Next up, we have Moving Veterans Forward.
Moving Veterans Forward was founded by Ron Hernandez of Omaha, who dedicated his time to helping homeless veterans in Iowa and Nebraska to help get placed in homes. This involves collecting furniture and household items. They have moved 127 veterans so far in 2019 and 1,347 in the past 9 years.
The Moving Veterans Forward logo was designed by our own PLV Media. Next up, we have the Papillion La Vista Community Schools GSA Club.
Monarchs and Titans unite in the support for LGBTQ plus youth. The Gender Sexuality Alliance wants all young people to feel comfortable and confident in their metamorphosis. Love is transformational. So Davis, do you have a favorite ride at Papillion Days?
I don't know, back when I was riding the rides and didn't realize how dangerous they were, I enjoyed the fireball. It was like one that went in like a circle and you would go upside down and stuff. I think that was my favorite. What did you enjoy back when you rode the rides?
See, personally, have always been terrified of heights. I cannot deal with it. I hate anything from Ferris wheels to roller coasters to basically anything that little kids should find enjoyable. I found terrifying. So I never really liked going to the rides. I would go and eat the food, but that's about all I would go do.
The food was probably better than the rides anyway.
Just a reminder that there is a carnival tonight in downtown Papillion. It's until midnight in City Park.
Might have to head down there after the parade, enjoy some more of that delicious carnival food.
City always seems to be bustling around this time with just the bringing of people from the College World Series to the parade.
Up next here we have Papillion Animal Hospital.
Papillion Animal Hospital has been a proud participant in the Papillion Days Parade for the last 5 years and are honored to be your choice for trusted and dependable family pet care. This year, the group is celebrating Wagons to Wings by supporting the veterinary pioneers of Papillion while looking towards the future. My bad, guys. Sometimes I can't pronounce words correctly.
The theme this year of the parade is Wagons to Wings, and it looks like that float did a really good job of incorporating the theme.
I really like how they always do a different theme every year.
It's very enjoyable, keeps the floats different every year, and mixes it up.
Brings just a certain je ne sais quoi to every type of parade event.
Next up, we have Great Western Bank.
At Great Western Bank, they take pride in providing exceptional customer experiences by doing the right thing for their customers and their community. They are so proud to be a part of the Papillion community and look forward to continuing that partnership. As I seem to get older, I seem to realize just how important banking really is.
Absolutely.
When I was younger, I always thought, wow, money just grew on trees, and for some reason I always just seemed to get money, and I had no idea where it came from, and now that I have to work, I'm like, oh, that's where it comes from.
Unfortunately for all of us, it does not grow on trees.
For all the young ones out there, enjoy it while you can.
Absolutely. Next up, we have the Papillion 150 Butterfly Bench Group.
Papillion will be celebrating its 150th anniversary next year with the Wings Over Papillion Butterfly Bench Project. We'll showcase many artists' concepts. Contact the Papillion Community Foundation for more information.
Hopefully this group produces a lot of beautiful benches for the town of Papillion. Next up, we have Papillion Area Concert Band, also known as PAC.
The PAC Band is its 33rd year of providing music for our community under the direction of Ken Mulzer. You're invited to attend their free concert tomorrow night at 7:30 at the Sumter Amphitheater.
Next up, we have RNC Antique Tractors.
RNC Antique Tractors is owned by Ron and Carlene Mader of Papillion. The tractors are driven by family and friends, including homemade kids' carts. The tractors were made around the end of World War II and were purchased to replace a team of horses.
And despite what many people not from Nebraska think, this is actually the first time I've ever seen tractors driving down the street in downtown Papillion.
We do actually have big cities in Nebraska. It's not just cornfield. Granted, I can drive 10 minutes from my house and be in cornfields, but I can also drive 10 minutes from my house and be in downtown Omaha with about a 250,000 population at least.
I guess that's what makes Nebraska such a unique state.
Have you ever ridden in a wagon pulled by a tractor at all?
I have at Vala's Pumpkin Patch in the Gretna area, but I think that's the last time. I haven't done it in a while.
It's going to have to be the same for me, actually. I have never See, whenever I've gone up to a farm that one of my friends owns, we ride ATVs, and that's what pulls us around. So it's
Next up, we have Jobs Daughters Bethel #1.
Jobs Daughters International is an organization of young women who gain valuable leadership experience learning democratic principles as they plan and run their own meetings, activities, and events. They also perform service projects to help the community and the less fortunate by raising funds for the Hearing Improvement Kids Endowment Fund.
And as Don Bacon for Congress chants come in, Don Bacon served for 30 years in the United States Air Force, and now he represents Nebraska's 2nd congressional district in Congress. He is the first member of Congress from beautiful Papillion, Nebraska.
Tom Bacon, very much a family man, flies home every weekend to be with his kids and then flies back to Washington, D.C. on the weekdays.
Next up, we have Nebraska State Board of Education, John Witzel.
John is an Air Force veteran and Papillion resident of over 25 years. He is currently serving his community and the state as the District 4 representative on the Nebraska State Board of Education. District 4 includes large portions of the city of Papillion. He is driving a World War II 1946 Willys Jeep. 25 is the Princess of America, Miss Nebraska, and Miss Great Plains.
Please welcome Miss Nebraska 2019 Whitney, Miss Grass Plains 2019 Megan, Miss Little Nebraska 2019 Zoe, and Miss Nebraska Superstar 2019 Carly. We wish them luck when they compete at Nationals this July in Branson, Missouri.
Skip 26.
Next up, we have fire and rescue squads from Ralston, Gretna, Springfield, Offutt, and Bellevue. Gretna, home to the Gretna Crossing Outlet Mall. Gretna is served by a volunteer fire department. Gretna is Papillion's western neighbor, is home to over 5,000 residents, and is rapidly growing. They set these units to represent their fair city.
Have you ever been inside of a fire truck, Davis?
I have not ever been inside of a fire truck.
Papillion, sometimes they would have open houses where you could come down and see what was going on inside the firehouse. I have actually gotten to blow the horn of a fire engine. It's a lot of fun.
I'm sure it was.
Engine 2 is from Gretna.
Here is the Valley Fire Truck. This is the first time in a while that they've made the drive-in from western Douglas County for the Papillion Days Parade.
Valley was a city absolutely destroyed by flooding earlier this year. They actually had to vacate the Valley National Weather Service there. And Nebraska or Omaha, for a couple weeks, didn't have a really good Doppler radar as they had to rely on other people to give it to them. As Valley is right where the Elkhorn and the Missouri River or the Platte River meet, so they became very, very flooded very fast.
Yes, hopefully they have recovered from that flooding and continue to recover. Next up, we have Quality Towing, and please welcome Quality Towing of Papillion.
It's a really cool car on the back of that quality towing truck.
Absolutely. I wish I knew enough about cars to be able to tell you what kind of car that was.
Me too.
Next up, we have Papillion Pit Barbecue.
Papillion Pit Barbecue is a locally owned and operated restaurant located at 72nd and Highway 370 on the southeast corner behind Starbucks. They will be giving away pulled pork sliders to the community at Dairy Queen after the parade. They thank the community for their support and patronage. And I would very much be down to have a free pulled pork slider after this parade.
Yes, I've never been to Papillion Pit Barbecue, but I've heard a lot of very good things about it. Next up, we have Papillion Area Historical Society.
Early French explorers named the Papillion Creek because of the many butterflies along the creek bank. In 1870, Papillion started as a small village and has grown into a flourishing city. The Historical Society was founded in 1979 and is celebrating its 40 years by providing education and preserving Papillion's history. With this being a French city, many of the French got mad when they realized that we pronounce it wrong. It's technically Papillon.
Next up, we have Nebraska State Patrol Motorist Assist.
The Nebraska State Patrol is award-winning metro area motorist assist. Volunteers patrol the Omaha metro area assisting stranded motorists. MAMA volunteers provide a variety of services to the motoring public.
They include filling automotive fluids, such as fuel and oil, helping with flat tires, providing jump starts, providing directions, arranging to have vehicles towed, and clearing debris from driving lanes.
By providing emergency assistance to motorists in the Omaha Council Bluffs region, volunteers of the MAMA program play an important role in reducing traffic congestion created by these kinds of incidents. Because of the service of MAMA program, volunteers, law enforcement officers are able to concentrate on serious enforcement needs and emergencies. So Davis, what's your go-to barbecue?
I'm not sure. I don't eat barbecue a whole lot, but honestly, if I'm going to eat barbecue, I prefer it to be made at home on like a smoker.
What cut of meat do you like the most?
Probably ribs.
I'd have to agree with that.
Next up we have Orange Theory Fitness.
Orange Theory Fitness, located in Papillion, Nebraska, at the corner of 72nd and Cornhusker, is the best 1-hour full body workout in the country.
Andrew, are you trying to get in shape here recently?
You know, I really have been. I've been hitting the gym a lot with my friend Patrick Mahoney, and he and I have been going and just working out. We've been going for a couple hours a day. It's been a lot of fun. What about you, Davis?
Yeah, I've been trying to get rid of that good old freshman 15 since I come back from college. Started tracking my calories a little bit, getting to the gym a little bit more, and lost a little bit of weight so far. I'm happy to say. Hopefully that continues. Next up here in the parade, we have Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza.
Papa Murphy's is the pioneer in take and bake pizza, with a wide variety of pizzas to feed the whole family. Grilling pizzas is a great summertime dinner option. Papa Murphy's, love at 425 degrees. There used to be a Papa Murphy's in La Vista, and they ended up closing because they sold that it was the old Walmart strip that they had. And they sold that area to make it into a more, refurbished area. It's a nice new, there's apartments being built there, there's a couple banks. And it was one of my favorite pizza places. It was where we would go after we'd do stuff on Saturday nights. We'd just go pick up a pizza and we'd cook it at home.
I think that Papa Murphy's is now relocated to, around 90th and 370, where they have built that new Scooters also.
Davis, what's your favorite pizza place?
My favorite pizza place is probably Mama's Pizza in La Vista.
That is a very solid choice. I actually used to work there, so.
Next up, we have Midwest Regional National Teenager Scholarship Organization.
An affiliate of the America's National Teenager Scholarship Organization in their 51st year, they promote the academic excellence and community involvement in young women. Multiple representatives competed at the 2018 Nationals in Baltimore this past November.
Next up, we have the Filipino Heritage Foundation. The foundation advocates for Filipinos with mental disabilities, protects from abuse and battery, and preserves Filipino heritage. They educate new immigrants to the American culture, Constitution, and Bill of Rights to help them adapt quickly to their new environment.
After the Corvette, it's 37, 38, 39 stacked together, so you can just start going through those.
Next up, in the sheriff car with the pink, we have the Sarpy County Sheriff's Office Breast Cancer Patrol Cruiser.
Breast cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death for women. To raise awareness of this deadly disease, the Sarpy County Sheriff's Office designed a breast cancer awareness cruiser. This cruiser is used for routine patrol every day.
Following the Breast Cancer Patrol Cruiser, we have the Sheriff's Office Patrol Cruiser.
The Sarpy County Sheriff's Office pays homage to the military service members and veterans of the United States Armed Forces with this tribute patrol cruiser. The Sheriff's Office is eternally grateful for their courage and sacrifice to protect our great country.
Next up, we have the Sarpy County Sheriff's Office Search and Rescue Unit.
Here's the Sarpy County Sheriff's Office Search and Rescue Humvee and Search Boat 1. The Humvee is used during rescue operations and was used during this year's flooding. SB-1 is used for patrolling area lakes and rivers.
Following the Sarpy County Sheriff's Office, we have Senator John Arch and his wife Brenda. Senator Arch represents the Legislative District 14 in the Nebraska unicameral, including the cities of Papillion and La Vista.
41's the big truck. You're getting a lot of positive comments on your guys' banter.
Next up, we have Custom Diesel Drivers Training.
Training drivers since 1971, they are a third-party tester who can do your CDL life test right at the school without the need to schedule with the DMV. They also offer an 8-hour defensive driving course. If you or someone you know is looking for a career in trucking industry, contact Custom Diesel Drivers Training today.
42 have a bunch of them backed up. That's going to be 42's going to have a bunch of them backed up. That's going to be the Shriners. Make sure you introduce the whole thing the first time, and then you can just do Shriner after that. You're going to go through all of those Shriners there. Your bike's muted.
Next up, we have Tangier Shrine Legion of Honor Band.
The Legion of Honor is composed of military veterans and serves as color guard at all shrine events. They present flags and colors and act as military honor guards and at special events. With them is the Pontiff's own band, which plays at shrine events and provides marching cadence for the Legion of Honor.
Next up, we have Shriner Joe DeRa Divan. Joe DeRa represents the Shriners Association with their youth organization of Jobs Daughters, Demole, and Rainbow Girls. With them is Divan, the elected leaders for the local and shrine temple. These men and their ladies conduct and direct the business and charitable works of the Omaha Temple. Here we have Tangier Shrine Hospital Transportation.
This vehicle represents one of Omaha Temple fleet that is used to transport patients and their parents to and from the Shriners Children's Hospital for treatment. The vehicles are driven by teams of drivers called Roadrunners.
We have one of the Shriner Roadrunners here operating this white Chrysler van you will see coming up on your screen. Here we have Shriner's Motor A and the small yellow cars.
These men own, maintain, and operate their mini 57 Chevys for fun and enjoyment at shrine parades and other shrine motorized events. You know, I've always wanted to drive one of those.
Yes, it looks like a blast to just drive around and have fun in those, or else I am 6'3", though. I'm not sure I would fit into one of those cars.
See, I don't have to worry about being too tall for the cars. I think I have to be worrying about being too wide. The horns do get quite annoying, though.
Absolutely. Next up, we have Shriners for the Shrine Hospital for Children.
This float displays a map of the Shrine Children's Hospitals and is accomplished by one of its local patients. Tangier supports 4 primary hospitals in Minneapolis, St. Paul, St. Louis, Chicago, and a burn hospital in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Next up, we have Shriner for Membership. Tangier Shrine has existed for over 125 years, serving the people and children during that time. They are always looking for new members interested in serving the community and having fun in a family-oriented environment. Contact any of the members if you are interested in joining. Next up, we have Tangier Shrine Director's Staff.
The director's staff is responsible for many business-related activities in the shrine and provides much leadership to the staff and other personnel.
Issue a correction that the other one was the other one. This is motor A. The other one was Mooster 2. So issue a correction and say this is 49.
We have a correction to make. Originally, the first ones...
Roadrunner. The first one was Roadster 2. This one is actually the Motor A. This one is the group of 57 Chevys. Still, looks like a ton of fun to drive.
Absolutely, and it still looks like we may not fit into the cars.
I would have to agree with that as well.
Yellow cars were 51. These are Shriner Corvettes. They go in for a while. Runs 2 blocks, drag it out.
Next up here, we have a very good-looking group of cars as the Tangier Shrine Corvette Club drives by.
The Corvette Club owns, maintains, and operates their autos for enjoyment of parade goers for the shrine. The club owners provide people the opportunity to see many different versions of Corvettes, from old to new. I've always wanted to drive a Corvette.
So have I. I've always wanted to drive a Corvette at the full speed a Corvette can go.
Might
Safely,
be a little
of
dangerous. Might be a little dangerous.
Yes,
Also
it's-
might want to take it out to the Autobahn in Germany if you really want to get up to those speeds.
Absolutely, for sure. Not really a lot of places you can do that here, despite there being not a lot of people for how much area we have in the state of Nebraska.
It always seems that you run into a ton of traffic in Omaha. Like, you wouldn't think that you'd be seeing all this traffic, but you always do.
Especially during this time of year with the College World Series, all the extra people in town with their cars. Sometimes it's tough to get around downtown Omaha.
So the guy gets out of his car and waves at the people on top of the bridge. Seems like he may have caused a little bit of a backup, but I don't think the Corvettes are going to have a problem with this traffic jam, as they can get up to very fast top speeds.
I was going to say they will definitely not struggle to catch up with the rest of the parade.
Just a warning to all the Corvette drivers, though, it is 25 in downtown Papillion, and the police do keep a high patrol of this area, as they do not want people speeding through this quaint little town.
Also, as we've seen every convertible Corvette here, I'm really hoping that this rain holds off for the sake of all of their cars. It looks like the clouds are starting to clear up, but you can never be too careful.
As we approach the second hour, the temperature has actually dropped a degree. It's now down to 76 degrees. The wind has also dropped a mile per hour.
The sun's starting to come out, though. It feels really nice outside. I've really enjoyed the weather here at Papillion so far today.
Papillion lucked out on the weather this year. Usually it's hot, humid, and just uncomfortable to be out here. I remember when I used to be involved in the parade, there were times where I would go home and I'd almost have heat stroke.
Definitely a lot of sweaty afternoons down at Papillion over the years, but today we've been blessed with really great weather.
Ton of baseball tournaments going around in Omaha as well as the College World Series is in town, and that brings tons of baseball players.
Next up, we have the Shriner Shrine Bowl unit.
The Shrine Bowl unit partners with the two other Nebraska Shrines to organize and present a chance for graduated senior football players to participate in a final game in Kearney, Nebraska before they move on to college or other endeavors. That what you hear right now is the Nebraska fight song. It's called Hail Varsity.
Didn't hear that fight song all that much during the 4-8 Nebraska Husker football season last year,
They
did we?
did not have a good football season this last year, but we can always hope for next year.
Next up, we have Shriner Vintage Iron.
Vintage Iron takes their 1978 or older vehicles to numerous events each year. They also organize 2 car shows in the spring and fall for car enthusiasts to come to the Shrine Temple at 84th and Center and display their automobiles.
Now we have a decent-sized line of these vintage iron cars. We can enjoy these old cars as they are still running today in 2019.
Yeah, sadly, my 1997 minivan is in a lot worse shape than all of these cars combined. I had a friend once accidentally hit it with a Dr. Pepper bottle and took out about half of the rear panel. Rust is a killer to all cars.
Absolutely. Very glad these Shriners have taken good care of these cars as they're beautiful to look at.
Probably been more fun to drive.
Absolutely. Andrew, which classic cars do you enjoy the most?
Oh man, that's a tough one. That really is a tough one. I'm a big fan of old Mustangs. I think replicas of the Dukes of Hazzard's car are pretty cool. But honestly, I think Model Ts are probably some of my favorite ones as well. The really, really old cars.
I think my favorite thing to drive would be next up, which is the Tanger Shrine Cruisin' Cushions.
This fun group, the Cruisin' Cushions, participates in parades and other shrine events. From the comfort of their motorized easy chairs. They love football and other sports and are always looking for new members.
Here in this blue Toyota pickup truck, we have the Shriner Pickup Club.
The Pickup Club polishes and shrines their pickup trucks for the enjoyment of parade enthusiasts everywhere. If you would like to join them, head on down to Shrine, join, and get your pickup in shape.
Next up, we have the Shriner Mobile Nobles. This train is operated as a highlight of Tangier Shire and attends parades and other events all over the Omaha metro area. This very unique vehicle is named Ol 357. Listen for the train whistle.
Davis, have you ever rode on a train before?
I don't think I have that I remember. I've been on the subway in New York City, but never the actual train, I don't think. Next up here we have the Shriner Driftin' Trikes.
These are not your childhood big wheels. These motorized demons will spin, smoke, and roar their way through the parade, thrilling young and old alike. I think they might be speeding.
Maybe just a little bit. But I think the Papillion police will let it slide for this Papillion Days parade.
I also highly doubt that those are actually street legal.
It's interesting to see all the reactions of the little kids here. Some of them love the loud noise of the trikes, and some of them have their ears plugged,
I would have been one of the kids who would have had my ears plugged.
as what I have.
Ride a big wheel when you're younger or something? Talk about that.
Next up, we have Andrew's future organization, the Tangier Shrine Clowns.
These actors perform at many functions throughout the city and entertain event attendees with their antics and skits. They can be seen blowing up and tying balloons and cheering the crowds with their enthusiasm and good hearts.
Here we have the Tangier Shrine Keystone Cops.
The Keystone Cops are recognized for their 1930s and 40s inspired skits and their liberal use of water. Watch out or you might get wet when you least expect it.
Very glad they did not spray the water over here with our expensive equipment.
That would have been very, very bad. Personally, though, I don't like clowns, so I don't think I can go into that business. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Davis.
Here we have Shriner Provost.
This unit is responsible for safety and security of the shrine units, clubs, and temple at all events. Many of the members are or have been in law enforcement and are driven to serve other Shriners and the parade public to ensure fun and safety for all. Watch for the motorcycle units and 2 4-wheelers.
Next up, we have American National Bank. As a locally owned and managed bank for over a century, American National Bank offers strength and stability to the communities it serves. Although they've grown over the years, one thing has never changed. Our focus is on providing clients with accessible service and convenient products, no matter what they are in life. Member FDIC.
Basically, when banks say that they are a member FDIC, it's the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Oh my. Sometimes I just can't talk, and it has been another one of those days. But it's basically to ensure that most places will insure up to $250,000 worth of money. So as long as you don't have more than $250,000 worth of money in the bank, you should be insured.
Next up, we have Vision Specialists of Papillion. The tight-knit community of Papillion is what drew this locally owned business to the area for primary eye care needs. As the community changes and grows, Vision Specialist of Papillion is just as committed to family, community, and roots. Their float emphasizes the transition from a simple to modern, a metamorphosis of eye care. They love Papillion. Next up here we have Country Kickers America.
4 decades is a long time to dance, so the Country Kickers Americans have been mixing in lots of other community events, fundraisers, and outdoor activities, working hard and having fun since 1981. They welcome any and all that like country music, country dance, or just the country way of life. Find them on Facebook at Country Kickers America. Personally, I do not believe that that's actually a pontoon that they are on.
I mean, it's a stretch at best. Next up, we have Plattsmouth Harvest Festival. Please welcome the king and queen of the Plattsmouth Harvest Festival, Tom Beckman and Danny Schreiber.
So, Davis, are you a fan of country music?
I am not a fan of country music at all, to be honest with you.
Not even the hick-hop version of Old Town Road?
I mean, it's all right. I don't hate the song, but I've just really never been a country music fan. Next up here we have Stronger Families Church.
Introducing Stronger Families Church of Papillion, A spirit-filled church where God's presence and power dominates each and every service. They believe we are regularly healed by the power of Jesus Christ. Here come some of the people God has already healed.
I think each person here is holding up signs with things that they believe God has healed them from.
Only thing God has healed me from are the burns that you have continually driven out today.
Andrew, that's just what I do. Next up, we have Sarpy County GOP.
The Sarpy County Republican Party believes that the participation of citizens is vital to maintain a government that encourages individual initiative and the free enterprise system. They recognize their military members and thank them for the security they provide our country. Recognize Chair Nora Sandin and Debbie Carlson, President of Sarpy Republican Women.
Next up here we have Gina V Physical Therapy. Gina V Physical Therapy has been providing exceptional service to patients of all ages for 3.5 years in downtown Papillion. They are 2017 and 2018 winners of Sarpy's People Choice Award for Best Physical Therapy. They continue to invest in the Papillion La Vista Community Schools and many other local nonprofits. They are pulling a 305 dirt sprint car that Mark 5 drives at Eagle Raceway on Saturday nights.
There's also the Papillion Police 1957 Chevy, driven by Papillion Police Officer Tony Foster. The 1957 Chevy is the department's dare car. In the car with Officer Foster is Ava Stedman, daughter of Cole and Lee Stedman, who just finished 6th grade at Carriage Hill Elementary. Ava is this year's Dare Pledge Contest winner. Davis, do you remember Dare back in 6th grade?
I do, vaguely. I remember Dare a little bit. We had I can't remember our officer's name, but I remember she was a very nice lady. I just cannot recall her name right now.
I believe it stands for Drug, Alcohol Resistance, and Education.
I think that is correct. Next up here we have Scout BSA Troop 463 and Club Scout Pack 60.
Scout BSA Troop 463 is hosting the Pancake Feed this Sunday on the lawn adjacent to the Summit Memorial Library. They are chartered by the Carriage Hill PTO.
Following BSA Troop 63 is Club Scout Pack 60 and 463. Club Scout Pack 60 is the oldest pack in Papillion and is chartered by American Legion Post 32.
Davis, did you ever do Boy Scouts?
I was never a member of Boy Scouts, no.
I did Cub Scouts. I never made it to Boy Scouts. One of the members in my group, his dad joined, and he kind of became the Cub Scout master, and he'd just tell stories and would bore me, and I was like, I can't deal with this. So I decided that it was not for me, and I left.
I can understand that. Behind the Boy Scouts here, we have Acapricio Dance Company. Acapricio Dance Company has been providing high-quality dance training in the Papillion La Vista area since 1998. ADC offers classes in tap, jazz, ballet, tumbling, and hip-hop to dancers ages 2 or older. Acapricio Dance Company believes a personal approach is key to providing fun and exciting dance training. The one dance class I ever took in my life was at Acapricio Dance Company, and while I didn't end up being a dancer for life, I did enjoy the class.
You know, I could have probably done some of the dance, but I don't think I could. I mean, I wish I had just an ounce of the energy that some of these kids have. As the sun has finally made an appearance, and the heat is just going up here.
Next up, we have Lifegate Church.
The Lifegate Church. Lifegate Church, located at 72nd and Cornhusker, has passion to invite people everywhere to discover life and give life in Jesus. Their float symbolizes a cold, frozen heart before knowing Jesus Christ, to having Jesus' living water of life flowing through and changing the heart to be warm and alive. as we hear the Jonas Brothers song playing. Davis, have you become a fan of the Jonas Brothers at all with their latest releases?
I haven't listened to their new album yet, but I do enjoy the Jonas Brothers music. They've always been like a childhood I've been a fan.
I would 100% agree with that. As Papillion Orthodontics comes up.
Growing her confidence, the metamorphosis of her smile. Just as Papillion has grown over the last 100 years and transformed into the place we love to call home, Papillion Orthodontics is here to help with the metamorphosis of your smile. Smile with confidence because she is worth it and so are you. Following Papillion Orthodontics is Papillion Junior Women's Club.
The Papillion Junior Women's Club was established in 1935, and like the monarch butterfly, they have been an essential part of the Papillion community ever since. Wearing their unseen wings, the women of PJWC have touched the lives of so many Papillion residents.
They have contributed their time, treasure, and talents to the Sump Library, the CASA program, Child Protective Services, Sumter Amphitheater, Corporation Best, the Ronald McDonald House, and Pantry for Our Patriots, just to name a few recipients of their services. Like the butterfly driving the covered wagon, this drives the community with its compassion and care.
Going back to the orthodontics, Davis, did you ever have braces?
I did have braces for 6 years, I believe.
Oh my.
Yes, I was only supposed to have it for 4, but apparently my orthodontist, which was not Papillion Orthodontics, lied to me.
I also did not go to Papillion Orthodontics, and I only had them for 17 months and 1 day. But my teeth have continually shifted, and they are going back, and so now I am looking like I might need braces again at some point in my life, and that does not make me happy, as it's an annoying time to just have metal in your mouth.
Yes, my mom just recently had to get braces again. I think it was about a year and a half ago. She had to re-get braces, and she did not enjoy that experience one bit. Next up, we have Papillion the Vista Schools Foundation and Kids Club. This before and after school and summer child care program provides a safe, age-appropriate, and fun place for kids in kindergarten through 6th grade at all 15 Papillion the Vista schools. They are a proud member of the community for 33 years.
Davis, did you ever go to Kids Club?
I did not go to Kids Club, but I did have a lot of friends in elementary school that were Kids Club members, and they enjoyed it a lot. Were you ever a Kids Club kid?
I was not. I actually did not go to Papillion the Vista schools until 5th grade, and at that time it was just, my parents trusted me to walk home because I only lived a couple blocks from the school. But I do have friends who not only worked for it, but they also attended it when they were in grade school.
Next up, we have Jimmy John's.
Where fresh meets fast. There's no crowd too big, no hunger too great, no schmancy too fancy for the last-minute catering experts. They have subs so snappy they make mouths happy. No shirt, no shoes, no problem. They deliver.
Following Jimmy John's, we have Howley Orthodontics. Howley Orthodontics is your local orthodontist to see you for your best smile. Go see them at their new office south of 72nd and Cornhusker. They would love to see you smile.
I do not think they would love to see my smile, as my smile is not the straightest smile yet.
Next up here we have Big Red Fire Protection.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Big Red Fire Protection, an industry leader and nationwide contractor installing life-saving fire sprinkler systems in everything from schools and hotels to aircraft hangars and weapon depots. Big Red Fire Protection is also one of the few sprinkler companies in the world that is 100% service-disabled veteran-owned. The smell is beginning to go through the air of sunscreen as people are beginning to apply it more and more as the sun continues to beat down. There's now a Post Malone song going on. Are you a Post fan?
I do like Post Malone. I listen to it a decent amount.
I never wanted to jump on that bandwagon, if we're being 100% honest. And then I finally heard a song fully, and I was like, wow, he actually puts out good music.
He really
Ever
does.
since I've been a fan.
He really does make some good music. And Post Malone actually is from Syracuse, New York, where I go attend school, and he moved to the Texas area when he was in junior high before eventually moving out to LA to start his music career.
Now, thank goodness it is not Sunday for this next float. The next float is the Chick-fil-A Papillion, and it is my pleasure to introduce them. Chick-fil-A Papillion, located at the corner of 72nd and Giles, exists to provide craveable fresh food and friendly service to every guest. The mission to inspire the people of Papillion to take care of each other. They thank you for 6.5 years of business, and always remember to eat more chicken.
I remember the buzz that came around when Chick-fil-A first came to Papillion, and I am very glad that they did.
Not gonna lie, I had them before I came here to help commentate.
As did I. Next up, we have Square Dance Omaha.
Square Dance Omaha is dedicated to the promotion of square dancing in the Omaha area. As easy as walking, square dancing is a great way to meet people of all ages. Great exercise and lots of fun. Live lively, enjoy today's square dance. Square dancing has never been a big interest of mine. I've always thought about trying it, but I just never have.
I haven't ever square danced either, but it would be interesting to try it.
Next, we have First National Bank. For over 160 years, First National Bank has maintained a passion and commitment for doing what is right for their customers and their communities in which they serve. They are proud to support a wide range of events, community celebrations, and organizations. Members, FDIC.
Following First National Bank, we have Sylvan Learning Center. Sylvan Learning Centers of Papillion transform kids' minds and academics so that each student can spread their wings and fly. Andrew, what has been your favorite float so far?
That's hard. I mean, I really liked the mini Chevys of the Shriners. I also liked the Corvettes, but it didn't really feel like they incorporated the theme of the parade, and that hurts you.
Yes, I think my favorite slide so far, or my favorite float so far, has definitely been the Jimmy John's truck since they handed us out some mini sandwiches.
They definitely are coming in clutch with that. Next up is St. Columbkill Catholic School and Cheerleading. St. Columbkill Catholic School, the school that I actually attended for the first 4 years of my elementary school education, is a place where students can grow in spirit, mind, and body as disciples of Christ every day. With 510 students, grades pre-K through 8th grade, they love being a part of the Papillion community. I actually did not know that we had cheerleaders back. I think that they have added that since I graduated from that school.
It's a good addition to get some extracurriculars down there for the elementary kids. Next up, we have Papillion La Vista Community Theater. The theater presents Into the Woods, a tongue-in-cheek look at the world of make-believe. Join the theater July 12th through 14th and July 18th through 20th for an evening to remember. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. Andrew, I know you participated in some theater programs during your high school career.
I did the musical at Papillion La Vista High School for 3 of my 4 years, and then senior year I felt that it was time to hang up the script reading glasses and go into more of my broadcasting field that I wanted to do into college. And I do miss performing every day. I miss being able to throw out, being able to act on stage and become someone else, but at the same time, I believe it was for the better, and I am having a blast doing this here today.
As am I. Next up, we have St. Paul's United Methodist Church.
This float depicts the movement westward with a Constantinople wagon. Since the church's founding in Papillion in 1862, members of St. Paul's have moved from wagons to wings, adopting a dove as its symbol, as a dove as the symbol of the Holy Spirit. In the sanctuary of St. Paul's members, explore where God's love can take you.
Next up, we have Polish Home Incorporated. Nearly 600 members strong, the Polish Home was formed in October 1933 and is celebrating 85 years of Polish culture in Omaha and 20 years in the Papillion community. Stop by its location at the Belvedere on 1st Street for good food, good music, and good fun. Following the Polish Home, we have Summit Dental Health.
Summit Dental Health La Vista is thrilled to provide you and your family with exceptional dental care. Summit La Vista has extended hours and Saturday appointments. Family-friendly dental. Davis, have you ever been a fan of polka music? Because personally, the only type that I would ever hear polka music is when I was down at my aunt and uncle's cabin, and it brings back good memories, but at the same time, I am not a fan of polka.
I can understand that. Next up, we have CHI Health Midlands.
Without change, there would be no butterflies. CHI Health Midlands has changed over the past 43 years. However, like the caterpillar changing into the butterfly, its heart and soul never changes. Midlands proudly serves Sarpy County and the surrounding areas with patient-focused care. This next float is one of a place where I spent a lot of my childhood, either in the batting cages or on the putt-putt course, or even driving the go-karts. That is Papillion Fun Park.
Just as Papillion has grown like a butterfly, Papillion Fun Park has undergone many upgrades since its early days 29 years ago. From the 6 batting cages of 1990 to the Family Entertainment Center of 2019, Papillion Fun Park provides itself on community spirit. Supporting over 400 organizations last year, the park has been instrumental in helping Papillion be what it is today. Come visit any Wednesday in the summer and be part of the great midweek madness where you can have all the fun for half the price. Be part of the growth and fun. I've always enjoyed shooting putt-putt at Papillion Fun Park.
Did you ever go on to the jump shot or the space shot?
Absolutely. Those were a blast as well inside with the trampolines.
Next up is the Papillion La Vista South Titan Marching Band and Cheer Team.
Welcome the Titan Marching Band under the direction of Joe Homan and Brian Johnson. The cheer program is coached by Michelle Johannick Hallett, Jacqueline Spencer, and Lisa Kaichefer. The Titans represent Papillion La Vista South High School here in Papillion. They are part of Papillion La Vista Community Schools.
Davis, do you know what their fight song is? Because I actually can't remember ever hearing it when we played them.
I don't think I really remember hearing it much either.
Davis, I know you were involved with band at school. Do you miss it?
I do miss playing the trumpet a little bit. I did enjoy my 3 years in band. Next up here we have Papillion La Vista South Junior Titan Football.
In its 11th year, this organization has become one of the most respected youth football programs in the metro area. There are 6 different divisions from 3rd to 8th grade that provide a safe, fun, and educational environment for Papillion's youth. It's always smart to inform the youth on how to hit in football now, as we are seeing head injuries become so common and so severe.
Yes, we love seeing football players, but we do need to make sure that they stay safe.
you look, it looks like he's practicing his ball security, as that is always an important thing to have on the field.
Absolutely. Keep it tucked away under the shoulder. Hopefully he's running on the left side of the field as the ball is in his left hand. You want to keep the ball tucked away towards the sideline.
Always make sure also to make sure you make the catch before taking off and running. You will see a lot of time receivers take off before they actually secure the ball.
Absolutely. Next up here, we have Werner Enterprises. Please welcome Werner Enterprises Operation Hero Truck, driven by Team Lewis, mother Dorwenda Bynum Lewis, and daughter Sonia Lewis.
Overall, Davis, what did you really think of the parade? I thought it was a great example of just what this Papillion community means to everyone.
For sure, for sure. There was a lot of interesting acts, a lot of businesses that I might need to go take a visit to now. And it was good to learn about what we have in the community.
So we'd like to take a moment to express our appreciation to the administration of Papillion Middle School for allowing our crew access to the building today. Without them, this live stream of the 72nd Annual Papillion Days Parade would not have been possible.
We would also like to show our continuing appreciation to Papillion La Vista Community Schools. Without their support, the Media Academy would not exist and our students would not have the opportunity to bring you this live stream. A special thank you to Mr. Lucas Bingham and his IT staff who go the extra mile to make sure we're able to do what we do.
A big thank you to the Papillion Community Foundation, led by Laura Schwartz, for asking us to be a part of the 72nd Annual Papillion Days. Also, thanks to the City of Papillion and Trenton Albers, who helped publicize this stream and provided us with valuable archival footage of the parade to help us prepare.
As we wrap up our stream today, we'd like to thank you for watching and also thank our crew for making this live stream possible. Matthew Chewy Swartz, our producer Wolf, Waffle Bonewell, Abigail Jensen, Michael Berry, Mikey Nagy, Brandon Teedman, and Ethan E.P. Bailey. A special thanks to the PLV Media alumnus Patrick Mahoney, who came out to assist today. Thanks also to Jack Sevening and Quinn Hayes, friends of the program, for their assistance today. And a thank you to Terry Hoke, who puts up with our constant need for transportation and assistance moving our equipment. I'm POV alumnus Davis Scholl with Andrew Papilka. Thank you for watching today.
Take care and have a great rest of your evening.
This is Papillion, where small-town Nebraska meets big opportunity. Consistently recognized as one of the nation's best places to live, we're a strong community with great schools and where neighbors know each other. We're a safe community with the very best in police, fire, and public works first responders. We're a vibrant community filled with beautiful park space and great entertainment for all ages, including shopping, dining, live music, professional sports, and more. We're a growing community with a thriving business economy, low unemployment, and a bright future. A great place to live, work, and play. This is Papillion.
What is a social butterfly installation? It's an art project mural designed to promote positive community change. By harnessing the impact of social media and joining that energy with the contagious generosity of people around the world, we can bring real and lasting change that over time will grow into beautiful waves of philanthropy. In honor of Papillion's 150th anniversary in 2020, the Butterfly Effect, Papillion Community Foundation, and the Bianchi family will be partnering with the Papillion community to install 12 more butterflies. It takes 10 to 12 volunteers and around 10 hours to create each butterfly mural. Each mural stands 12 feet tall by 8 feet wide and has a strong presence in our downtown Papillion area. Stop by to take your picture in between the wings of the butterfly. Use the social media tags on the sign and be the change. The Butterfly Effect, the Papillion Community Foundation, and the Bianchi family have partnered to bring this national movement to Papillion, Nebraska with a social butterfly installation. It all started in 2015 when Tasha Wall, the founder of the Butterfly Effect, did a butterfly drop in Omaha. Nicole Bianchi and Tasha connected, and when the Papillion 150 celebration began developing, Nicole saw this as a way to both celebrate Papillion's heritage and be the change.
As we wait to hear as we are going to post the winners of the parade floats online later on our social media, I'm Andrew Papelka,
And I'm David Scholl.
and it was a pleasure coming and bringing you this 72nd annual Papillion Days Parade.